my 9 to 5 job, my old one, almost killed me. Now, I know that sounds completely dramatic, guys. I understand. But I will never, ever get off this hill that 9 to 5s are a complete time suck, a complete waste of energy. They are meant for keeping people in a certain state of frequency. Okay. Because look, everyone that I know, I have quite a few entrepreneur friends, and the ones that have financial freedom, they are completely different vibrationally. They're so different. It's hard to explain it to you, but the way that they behave, the way they act, how they think, and how they speak, and who they interact with, it's just completely different. They don't even talk about vacations. They just go and do what they want to do. Now, and again, I know that sounds kind of obvious, but the stuff that people who work 9 to 5 jobs talk about is like retirement and like vacations and time off, quote unquote. And these things are just so trivial and mundane to me. Now, I'm not trying to knock anybody who is there. I want you guys to get out. That is what the purpose of this channel is supposed to be, is trying to help you guys just get out of this and get out and understand the mindset that you need to have. So you can't put yourself in a place that you don't experience or don't understand, but you have to try to feel what it would be like. Now, there are many things that you guys can do. There are tons of skills that you guys can get into. There's copywriting. There is, I would even start with freelance work. Freelance work is awesome. It's a good place to start. And it's a really good place to test your skills. So say you want to do copywriting, or say you want to do content creation, or maybe agency work, or whatever it is that you want to do. You can start out small and work your way up. Okay. Now, getting around other business owners and people who are where you want to be is like the very first step. I think the quickest way to get out of your 9 to 5 is to find somebody. Again, this can be me, this can be whoever. Find somebody that is where you want to be and literally ask them, how did you get there? And follow exactly what they tell you, and just do the work, take the action. Because, and this is where it's all going to really come down to, do you really want it bad enough? Do you show up to work with that dread, that terrible feeling in your gut that you could be doing something way more important? That is what I meant by it almost killed me. Because I literally felt like if I had to work another 10 years or if even 5 years at another soul crushing job, fighting traffic, oh my God, you're late, Kyle. You're 1 minute late. Am I going to write you up? Like that bullshit. It's like, it's just that corporate, robotic, mundane shit. And it is, and everyone, it's so weird to me that people fight for these jobs. And again, please, I'm not trying to knock you guys for being in these jobs. I'm not trying to make fun of anybody, but the attitude that some of these people have is, I laugh, but now looking back at it, because these people work their entire lives so that they can retire at 65 or 70 years old with no energy. And, they're grateful for it. So again, getting out of this is the most important thing that you guys can do. So a little bit about my story. I used to sell phones. I used to work all kinds of different jobs. It was very hard for me to keep a job because I would always try. I wouldn't try on purpose, but I would always find something wrong with that job. I would always find a way to hate it. And it's just because it was the structure, right? Like literally, guys, asking somebody for time off to me sounds like literal slavery. Hey boss, can I have time off? Like, no, like what? Right? So, and again, I know I'm taking it to an extreme, but that's exactly how it felt to me. And that's why I keep saying like it almost killed me, because I was literally contemplating, the big exit, so to speak, because I hated it so much. And I didn't know who to talk to about it because everybody was so, again, they're all chasing the same thing. Oh, you got a great job that pays this? Yeah, but like you have to wake up every day and slave. You're told where to be at what time, chasing goals that they tell you to chase. Okay. And this is the breaking point for me. I worked at a specific cell phone place in my town. I said this in another video, so this might be repetitive if you've seen it, but they started telling me to sell credit cards instead of selling phones at this place. And I was good at selling phones because I was very good at interacting with people. I was very good with people. And I was like, hey, like, let your grandpa know, grandma know, your mom, your sisters, anybody who needs a new phone, I'll sit down with them and I'll show them how it works. Nobody wants to do that. But what I did is I was creating really deep relationships. And I left that a long time ago, like 7 or 8 years ago. But for about 3 to 4 years, there were people that were still texting me saying, hey, Kyle, can I come set up a phone? Because they had set up a phone with me previously and I gave them that number. And they were upset that I left. And that's really what happens when you build great relationships with people and you actually care about their needs and care about them. So that kind of leads into my second point, is like pick some sort of niche or topic that you truly care about. That's something that you're passionate about. And I know this has been drilled into your head by a lot of these like online gurus, but it is one of those cliches that's kind of true. It's like, I want you guys to be involved in something that truly matters to you. Gary Vee, for example, can work 19 hours on business because he loves business. He loves marketing. He loves that stuff. That's his jam. That's his thing. And for me, I don't mind doing similar things, right? I can work almost all day doing this. I can literally make videos all day talking about the experiences that I had because it's fun to me. This does not get old to me. I can shoot videos of myself, which I have on the channel, and I can shoot videos of Call of Duty content, Space Marines content, doesn't matter. And I'm just trying to talk to the 18 to 24-year-old me, because I didn't have anybody in my life that said, hey, you should probably check this out over here. So to keep this streamlined, working those jobs was soul crushing. And the boiling point for me at that previous job was selling credit cards to people that, like, I literally had to push it. Hey, do you want a credit card? You know, I would literally tell them, hey, look, I'm being told to tell you to get a credit card. And obviously my managers would be like there and they would hear me say this. And I'm like, guys, I don't support this product. I really don't. Right? We work I sell phones and you guys want me to sell credit cards? And I told them that, and they were like, well, if you don't try, we'll write you up. And I was like, you know what? I'll see. And the thing is too, our complete store had certain quotas and other guys did not mind selling their credit cards. They were actually good at it. And they would meet that quota for our store without me, all the other guys. And I was actually one of the best sellers for the phones in the store. I would actually sometimes double the quota that we all needed because I made great relationships with people. And this is how shitty corporate jobs are. They can't recognize that the store is meeting the quota that it needs for credit cards because they're like, well, Kyle, you're so great at selling phones. If you just transferred that over to credit cards, we would make so much. Again, corporate shit, they focus on one thing and they go really hard on it. And they're like, yeah, this is what we're pushing this month. It's like, no, like, we've stepped away from what this store is and what this product is and what I signed up for. And I'm sure many of you have been there and maybe in a similar situation where you're told to sell something you just don't agree with, or maybe you're being told something you just simply don't agree with. And that's the corporate structure, in my opinion. And it sucks. That corporate grind sucks. And again, there are guys, I just want you guys to know there's a way out. There are tons of things you can do, which is actually kind of the issue because there's so many things you can do. There's so many choices. And that is actually where most people fail. A lot of my clients over the years, I have a consulting business and an agency. And in my consulting business, I talk to a lot of men, and they've actually asked me these questions like, Kyle, like, how do you do what you do? You know, how do you start a business? These things. And then I would give them options, and they would never get started because there was too many options. And that's the thing about school is you have so much time when you're young to choose something, and you go into it, and then you dedicate 4 years to get to it, or 3 depending on what you do. And now you have to, because you can start a business tomorrow and get some success within a year. Like you can. And I think that kind of scares people because of what it requires. It requires a certain responsibility to deliver services or products. So it's almost like too much choice. So that's why I keep saying, like, if you're into fitness, right? Niche down in fitness and just serve the shit out of that audience and see what happens. Dedicate a year to 2 years of your life, and you can sell your time at first. And then you'll get to know what busy moms, again, I talk about the busy mom, fitness for busy moms niche. Sorry. You can talk to them and find out, like working with them, you're going to find out what their true like issues are. Busy moms obviously don't have a lot of time to meal prep. So, you know, they might order food, or maybe they don't have time to fast, or they don't want to fast or something like that because they want to eat with their kids. I don't know. You're going to find out what those issues are, and then you can use that to market better. You can use that to get closer to solving that transformation, because that's really what it is you're selling. So again, fitness, marketing, whatever it is that you want to get into, the best way is to find somebody that is there, at least that can get you half the way there. You know what I mean? And you can get them to show you, okay, try this and work slowly with this here, and gather information. What are they struggling with, right? So that is the quickest way. And again, the 9-to-5 grind, guys, is just, it sucks. It is the worst. And there's so many young guys that I've come across that have so much potential, and they're just stuck at their job, and they could be providing like amazing service to somebody if they just sat down, got passionate, or even not passionate because they're already passionate about it, but if they started working in their passions, if they started actually making videos about fitness for busy moms, or, you know, whatever. Okay. Parenting. There are actually channels out there of dads making videos for other dads, because they are, you know, some of these dads are like, you know, insecure about being a dad for the first time. Stuff like that is amazing, right? Because that's truly helping. I became a father. You know, my son will be almost, like, he'll be 2 in August. And I remember looking up some stuff like, oh my God, like what happens if he just doesn't stop crying? Like, what do you do? Because it's so easy to take it so personal. But kids sometimes just don't stop crying. It's just what happens, right? So again, guys, get deep into your niche. Go hard for at least a year. See what happens. There's nothing wrong with it. And again, get coaching if you need it from somebody. It can be me. It can be other people. It's up to you. Find that person and ask. Be active asking. See you guys in the next video.